Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Casts, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 165. Coming soon. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched The Naked Gun. It's the 4th installment. A legacy sequel, technically possibly a reboot of the Naked Gun franchise, which in and of itself is based on the show from the 80s, Police Squad. It stars Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Paul Walter Hauser, Danny Houston, Liza Koshy, Kevin Durand, and CCH Pounder. It is directed by, I'm completely drawing a blank, the dude who directed The Watch and Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. I want to say it's one of the Lonely Island dudes, not Andy Samberg, not the one who does a voice in Spider-Verse, the other one. That's my bad. That sounds so inconsiderate. That's my bad. Frank Drebin Jr. is in Police Squad, and he's investigating one crime, gets reassigned to another crime, and who would have guessed? I guess I'm going to confess this to the world on YouTube. This week, the week of the 4th Naked Gun release, is the very first time I watched the original 3. I thought they were all hilarious. I thought Leslie Nielsen was on point, practically every gag, every joke, every movie. So, obviously, you got to do your homework before the new one comes out. And I would say, at best, this new Naked Gun is as good as 33 1/3. It's not fucking with the first two. Those are low-key comedy classics. And I've only seen them one time. There's a lot of similar tonal humor. They might... produced by Seth MacFarlane. Like I said, directed by one of the Lonely Island guys. The gags might be a little more sexual in nature. A little more boundary pushing. It's still PG-13. I think all 3 of the original movies are PG-13. There's a lot of love, and there's a lot of care, and there's a lot of homage paid to the original trilogy. The first trailer showed us that. I thought the first trailer was funny as hell. And then the subsequent trailers were less funny, but I was still watching this movie. It's Liam Neeson doing, it's action, but it's comedy. It's comedic action. It's not Taken 3. It's not Cold Pursuit. It's not whatever the fuck I saw him doing on Netflix. But Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, it looks hilarious. Paul Walter Hauser, dude, the gag where they're paying respects to their dads. You know the part. That part in the trailer with the pictures on the wall and then in the credits, I don't think that's who we expected it to be. But then the son of that character is possibly not even in the movie. And Danny Houston, we know Danny Houston. He's in the movie. Do I have to say who he plays? But it's this dude is just the go-to. Does he just have that look to play that character in every movie, bro? X-Men Origins, Wonder Woman, The Crow. I'm sure there's a billion others. And then Kevin Durand, after stealing Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, kind of is more or less on the sidelines. His role is effective for what he's written for. And I'm on Letterboxd every day trying to type out reviews for the first 3. It's kind of hard to review spoofs. Because, maybe the plot just isn't supposed to, be that engaging. But the plot to all 4 of these movies are kind of the exact same thing. And, that's not really a bad thing if it makes you laugh. And I feel like I think with credits and a post-credits scene, this had like an 85, 87-minute runtime, like an hour and 27 minutes. So maybe 35, 40 minutes of this, I was really laughing at everything. And then, like, the jokes kind of didn't hit in the second half as much. But I guess that's like, it's stop the bad guy time. And there's still some laughs. But I don't know, like, bad guy, evil plan, gotta stop him. I mean, that's the gist of every cop movie ever. But it just didn't feel as fresh as I would have liked it to have. But I'm saying, if they make 7 more of these, I'm watching all 7. Because they are very funny. This was a very funny movie. But One of Them Days did just come out this calendar year, middle of January. It's not like this is far and away, lo and behold. I think One of Them Days was better than this. Because it had story, acting, and humor. This has humor, some acting, some story. But mainly it's comedy. But like, then I feel like this is a redundant argument. It's just, social media is already overhyping this movie. It's very funny, but it's not the funniest movie within whatever time frame you want to say. It's just, studios are scared to greenlight comedies now because everybody gets offended by everything. So yeah, I think if you're a fan of this franchise, I say check it out. I think it's handled with a lot of respect to what came before, and hopefully it's good enough to get sequels. So with all that being said, man, I will say that in my opinion, The Naked Gun was almost dope. Have you seen The Naked Gun? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I put up a review last weekend for Happy Gilmore 2 and for the Fantastic Four First Steps. The weekend before that was I Know What You Did Last Summer and Smurfs. I have a review right around the corner for The Bad Guys 2. And next weekend, I hope to watch and review Weapons. The weekend after that, I believe, is Nobody 2. I feel like I'm missing something in there somewhere. Rec League Podcast, we're going to do a Fantastic Four spoiler discussion. So be on the lookout for all of that, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.